Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, bro, Conky? I think we got Jordan here too, probably. Giuseppe, hello. Hello, Wolf. Everybody's here. All them fine folks. Hope you're all having a wonderful Monday evening, Monday night. Maybe it's Tuesday morning, depending on where you are, or maybe it's, really early Tuesday morning. I have no idea. Hey, Sam, how's it going? For those of you who don't know what's going on, welcome, welcome. It's another live stream. What a surprise, right? You guys aren't used to this kind of thing. I'm doing a lot more live streams lately. Look, you can see me. Look at that. There I am, right there. Hello. Look, that's my big, fat, bald head right there. Look at that. Fate Reforged. Yeah, MTG Hermit messaged me on Patreon and asked if he could buy this bundle for me and have me open it up on stream for him. And I said, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I told him how much it was. He PayPal'd me the money, and here we go. Fuel pump went on your truck. Oh my goodness. Broke honky. You're not supposed to be trying to get more broke, man. That's rough. That is rough. The rare Bevers sighting. I mean, it's not that rare, right? You can see me on every single Twitch stream pretty much that I do. And I stream on Twitch 3 to 4 times a week. Playing video games and various things. Arena sometimes. So, I definitely have a face cam. I can even, I think I can, do I even have it on here? I don't think I have it on here. Twitch meh. Yeah. Let's see. This one? It might be all wonky if I add it. Let's find out. Hey, look, there I am. Hello, everyone. What's up? Oh my goodness. Boop. Haha, take that. Oh! Oh, shock! The face reveal! Get wrecked. What up, Bob? What up? I had to turn it off because... I don't have it, cropped properly so you can see all the crap that's behind me. What? What? Holy crap, there he is. The only thing different between me and Peter Griffin is that I don't wear glasses and I have a goatee and he doesn't. I guess those are the two things. I guess there's more than a few things. We also don't sound alike, I would imagine. The audio wasn't lined up properly either? Yeah, that's not surprising. Because there's a delay on the microphone to match with the capture card for this. And, there you are, Peter. Oh, man, which Peter are you talking about, then? I have no idea what Peter you're talking about. Oh, Peter Pan from Hook. Man, I loved Hook. I loved Hook. I loved that movie. I don't know. Some people really hated it. I really liked it. But then again, I'm a big sucker for Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams. Anyway. So, MTG Hermit messaged me and was like, hey, can I buy that Fate Reforged bundle from you if you still have it? And I said, absolutely. Of course, here you go. That sweet booklet that they don't give you anymore. Look at this. My God, it's so nice. Look at this. And it's the card encyclopedia. This right here is what I miss. I miss having the physical copy of these printed pages of, here are all the cards and their numbers. So that you can actually follow along while collecting. And make sure you have it ordered properly, right? No, I mean, you can just check the number on the bottom of the cards and stuff, but, you could say you're hooked on Hooked. The books have become thinner and thinner. Yeah, absolutely. To the point where they don't exist anymore. You have to print your own book now? Yeah, I mean, that's accurate. I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if Wizards could, like, sue you for that. If you were like, I'm just gonna print my own book and, like, sell them to people who want them. Wizards could probably sue you. Because you're selling them. If you weren't selling them, if you were just giving them away, they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Because you're not making any money off of their IP. Right? The sweet. Even if you only sold a few, you could still get in trouble, right? The sweet boxes. Jordan, do you want these boxes? It wouldn't be hard for them to do a PDF version that you could just print off. Do you know what I mean? It would not be hard for them to do it, right? And then the people out there who really want it to have it could just, like, you know, get it done by a professional printer. Do you want the deck boxes? If you want the deck boxes, I don't have a problem sending them to you because they're flat, so I can just put them in with this stuff. But if you don't want them, that's fine too. Yeah? Alright. I'm not going to ship you the die, though, unless you're absolutely, like, stuck on wanting the die, because the die makes the envelope too big, and then it can't go the normal mailing method. So if you want to pay for more shipping, I can ship you the die. Gah! I just knock everything over. Now these are the old fat packs. This was actually a fat pack, not a bundle. Technically. And they only come with 9 packs, not 10, like the new ones. And you get the big, huge brick of lands, because it's just 80 regular lands, whereas now you're only getting 20 foils and 20 basics. So it's like... I mean, these land packs give you more land than you need to make a few decks, which is nice. You do want the D20. Alright, sweet. Okay. We can chat after, yeah. I mean, like, I can hold on to it for you, and then if you're coming to Magic Fest Toronto, I can just give it to you there so to save on the shipping if you don't want to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, we can do that. I mean, I know it's not till... not till May? Which is still a ways out, but I can hold on to it for you. And then we can do that if you want. If that's better for you. And what do you want out of this, Hermit? Do you want just the rares and mythics, foils, that kind of stuff? Or are you looking for any commons and uncommons as well? If so, just tell me which ones you're looking for, and we'll get them all lined up. Mail you all the unclaimed dice? You realize that I have, like, 4 of these, right? Probably more than 4 of these. Like, look, in the bottom here is, like, Throne. This is Throne. Just uncommons, rares, and Ugins. Okay. Am I coming to Detroit Magic Fest in March? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. My budget is very, very tight this year. I was actually supposed to go to Atlanta on the weekend of Magic Fest Toronto, and I had to cancel that plan to go there because I couldn't afford to go. And I was staying for free there at a friend's house. So I just couldn't even afford the flight. We've had a lot of things come up over the last 3 months that have been emergency things we've had to pay for. So budgets are tight as is. My Magic budget, I've been mulling it over in my mind, and I might be cutting back severely on my Magic opening and stuff like that in the coming months, just because of budget purposes. So, due to the unforeseen circumstances of things that have arisen. So, we'll have to see. Jeskai Barricade. Rage Form. Temur Sabertooth, that's the one. This is one of the higher cost uncommons out of this set. Very good card. 4/3 for 4. But its ability is what matters. The 2 mana, 1 and a green, and you may return another creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, Temur Sabertooth gains Indestructible until end turn. The Indestructible is sweet, but the returning it to your hand so then you can then now play it again to get its enter the battlefield effect, phenomenal. Phenomenal combo piece right there. And your first rare is a Tarka World Render. That's pretty nice. A Tarka's good. And you get a foil, Dousing Gloom. Now, Dousing Gloom was one of the sought after cards from this set as well. Look at this. Open, dang you. Open, dang you. Alright. What else are we going to find for you, MTG Hermit? Let's find out. Ward Scale Dragon. Humble Defector. Oh, man. I hope so. I hope so. Oh, 2-drop MTG. Well, I mean, we got a random Shockland out of a Dragon Maze pack the other day. So, you know, I'll take it. Maybe that's spoilers for you guys, but yeah. It happened. Mardu Strike Leader. It's not really what you're looking for. Junk! I'm assuming you don't want these junk cards, MTG Hermit. These ads that are just ads for the sake of being ads. Are there any commons in Fate Reforged that are over $1? I don't think there are. Hero's Blade. Light Form. This was a really good enchantment. I really like this enchantment. So when it enters battlefield, it becomes an aura with enchant creature. Manifest the top card of your library and attach it. So it's a 2/2 flying lifelink creature for 3, which is very good. He only wants the ads? Oh, man. He just wants the ads? Okay, ship you all the ads. Ochitai, Soul of Winter. It's not the mythic. The mythic Ochitai is the one that everyone wants, right? Or at least that's the one that like used to just wreck face back in the day. When this set was in standard. Oh, there it is. Do you want this? How about that Gurmag Angler? It's a card. See, that sees EDH play. Cloud Form. Wandering Champion. Fruit of the First Tree. And there's your mythic. Oof. There's your mythic for the box. You have too many? Alright, well, I'll put it here. Unless you need it. I mean, it's not really worth anything. It's just a good card. Shaman of the Great Hunt. 4 mana, 4/2 with haste. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. Ferocious. That's not Eugene, right? It's not Eugene. But you got a foil forest. How about that? You like foil forests. That is accurate. That is accurate. It sees play in every format that it can be played. This is correct. I mean, it's just a really good card, right? A 5/5 for like 1 black. Mardu Shadow Spear. Dark Deal. Mardu Woe Reaper. And your rare is a Mastery of the Unseen. With a Jungle Hollow. Interesting. All of your cons lands so far have been different. Caves, Cliffs, Sands, Highlands, Hollow. Alright. If only they were all fetches, right? One of each? Why not? Alright. Fruit of the First Tree again. Valor's Stance. That's the other uncommon from this set that was worth money back in the day. This was what, like... $3 somewhere in that range? This card is very good. 2 mana instant that gives it indestructible or destroys a creature with toughness 4 or greater was very good. Winds of Kalsisma. And Flamewake Phoenix. Good old Flamewake Phoenix. Oh, Tranquil. Tranquil Cove. Another different one. Yeah, con lands, you know? Like the ones that take your money and promise you the world and yet don't do anything for you. They're just a scam. Scam lands. That's what I'm gonna call con lands from now on. That's good. Scam lands. And people will be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, because they're a con. Because they're a con land. I like your plan there, Giuseppe. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna use it. Friendly Fire, Honor's Reward, Sib Sig Muck Draggers, and Soul Flayer. 4/4 for 6 with Delve. If a creature card with flying is exiled with Soul Flayer's Delve ability, so on and so forth. Robber of the Richlands. Oh, there's your first duplicate. Blossoming Sands. Alright, 2 more packs. 2 more chances at Ugin, Foil Ugin, and a fetch land. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Oh, alright. Cloud Form. Wandering Champion. In regards to that, guild gates are con lands. You mean because they don't give you anything? Fruit of the First Tree. Another mythic, but it's not Ugin. Brutal Horde Chief. Double mythic bundle is pretty good for back in these days. You know, the mythic count has gone up quite a bit, so 2 in a bundle is, you know, not the worst. But back in this day and age, 2 in a bundle was pretty good, actually. Now, the fact that your 2 mythics were both kind of like the weird, like, warrior mythics is... But Brutal Horde Chief is a 4-drop, 3/3. This is whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses a life, and you gain a life. Well, you know. Oh, and you got a foil Sib Sig. Good old Muck Draggers. And there is a Scoured Barrens. Alright, so you only have 1 duplicated con land now. Alright. Cons land? I don't know however you want to pronounce. Alright, last pack. I'm rubbing it for good luck for you. There's going to be a fetch land in here because we know there's not going to be an Ugin. Shockmaw Dragon. Channel Harm. Hewed Stone Retainers. And Sage Eye Avengers. It is, Dagon, it is. And, come on, baby. Dismal Blackwaters. You're not a fetch land. You know, you only got 1 duplicated land. Blossoming Sands. Everything else was unique. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Normally you would expect to see like a couple more duplicates. I know that this set technically had all of them, right? Like you had all 5 or all 10 combinations, but like... Just, it's weird that you only got 2 of 1. Like Blossoming Sands is the only duplicate here. Everything else is unique. Huh. Well, double mythic bundle's not that bad. You got 3 foils. So, I mean, like, that's about on par for most bundles back then, or, you know, even now. You did get a sweet foil land. You did hit some pretty nice, like, the Douse and Gloom is really good. It's a playable common, and so it's in foils nice. You did get that, Temur Sabertooth, and you did get a Valorous Stance, which are both very good, well sought after uncommons from this set. Your rares could have been better. Yeah. Like, the rares are not particularly amazing. There's some stuff here that you can definitely build around. Like, I mean, like, you could build around an Atarka or an Ojutai commander type deck because they are legendary. I don't know if you would want to, but you could. You know, the Mardu Strike Leader is actually not that bad. It sees a little bit of play. The 2 mythics are kind of lackluster. I don't know. The Horde Chief seems okay in the right deck. The Shaman seems... I mean, like, both these mythics are playable in Commander, right? They're both playable in Commander. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it is very good. And draining for a life seems decent as well. Well, with your bad calls, you're going to stick to limited to open packs so you don't get burnt. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's fair. Playing limited is always the best way to crack packs, in my opinion. I crack packs on video just because I normally open up product to just have for my collection. And because I love cracking packs. So that's just me. you'll find a use for them. Yeah. Do you want these lands too? I'm assuming you don't need these. Because there's like they're a dime a dozen everywhere. But yeah, so all this stuff here, and you wanted this die, so we'll work on that as well. Get a little baggie here. It's an addiction for me? Yeah, it's an addiction for everyone. It's an addiction for everyone. It's a form of gambling, I mean, to be fair, right? Hermit. There you are. There you be. There you be. All right. I'm not even going to seal it up right now because I'm going to put the die in the top like that. Look at that. There. Now I can seal it up. And then now it's all stuck together. And I can worry about figuring out what to do, how to get this die to you. We can chat. You can message me, and we can figure it out whether you want me to ship it to you or you want me to hold it on to it until Magic Fest. We can do that as well. For those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, I will be at Magic Fest Toronto most likely all 3 days. Chances are I'll be in the command zone if there is one for, you know, a majority of that time, and or I'll be playing limited because that's limited is actually my favorite format. I'm getting a lot more into Commander just because of like sort of it has a bigger player base in the MTG community online. So it's just a little bit easier to find people to play games with and have fun with online. Also, you know, like playing Commander with people online is a little bit easier than trying to organize like an online draft or sealed tournament, just because it's very hard with the current MTGO and arena structures to do limited events that you know you're going to end up playing against each other. So, you know, I like playing limited in person just because then you get to go with a group of friends and you get to play and have fun. And even if you don't like, even if your whole pool isn't just your buddies, right? It's okay. But Commander is a lot easier to be like, you know what? I'm just going to hang out in the command zone and I'm just going to jam games with people for fun and hang out with friends, right? Yeah, this is the year for Commander. There's a lot of Commander product stuff coming out this year, which is also going to break people's banks like crazy. I think this is going to be the year, personally. And I'm not saying that Magic is dying because it definitely isn't. Some people do drugs. I open MTG. I think my addiction cost me more. Probably. It's probably true, Drop. It's probably true. I'm definitely not saying MTG's dying because I don't agree with that statement ever when it's been said. But what I mean is, like, I think that a lot of people are going to have some massive wallet fatigue halfway through this year. And they're going to go, oh, I can't buy more Magic product this year. There's just been too much stuff coming out. Like, I'm already not buying the Rat Secret Lair. Like, I'm already made the decision not to buy that because I bought the other Secret Lair bundle and it was cool to get the Planeswalkers and stuff in it. Do I think buying the Rat for a chance at getting one of the stained glass Planeswalkers is worth it after opening the ones I opened? No, I don't think so. The cards that are in those bundles are great. Those Secret Lairs are great for the people who want those specific cards. Do I think it's a great product line from Wizards? No. You picked up rats. You picked the rats up today. They're sweet. Sweet. That's awesome. Like, I mean, like if you're gonna use them and you want to play them, sweet, right? For me, I'm not really there. You know what I mean? That's right, Corbin. Teach your kids to play MTG so that they don't have money to buy drugs. Alright. Well, we're going to open up this now because I want to. How about that? What do you guys want to see opened? I've got other stuff I could open up. But I'm going to open this. We're going to start here. Let's talk about this together. Ooh, look, a die. A nice Theros die. Right into the bin. Who wants a code? Does anyone want a code? There's a code. It's a code for Arena. Can you read it? Probably not. Can you read it now? Sure can. There it is. First come, first serve. There it goes. Open something from the Dragon Dino set? Okay. I mean, we can do that. You built a Marrow Gnar EDH deck in December, and like the dark style most of the artworks have going, but don't like the Year of the Rat cards much. But you can appreciate people getting more alternates. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like it's interesting. Yeah, Legends. Yeah, Legends is gonna be. It's gonna be dicey. It's gonna be dicey, bro, Conky. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna buy, but it's gonna have to be more than a couple boxes. Alright. Should we do a build? Let's do a build. We're all here together. Let's do a build together. How about that? What do you guys think? I think that's not a bad little plan. We can talk about the cards, right? This is a solid removal spell in black. Like, it's probably one of the best removal spells in the format. Daxos is really good. Phoenix of Ash is just a bomb in limited. Ooh. Foil. Foil Timuret. Okay. Plains and Spider Token, which we don't need. You got the Dragon and Reaper King, though? Those are sweet? Yeah. So I got the bundle, right, of the first one, so I have all of them. Well, it's cool. We're gonna learn together, then. I'm a bro conky. Ooh, Chimera. Interesting. Our red and blue is not super strong at the moment. We got a Woe Strider. This makes us heavy into black for sure with just this. And we got a Heliod's Pilgrim foil. Okay. Island and Human token. Theros is the first set you've not bought into in the last 10 years. So you bought into the first Theros block and you didn't want to buy into the second? Is that what I'm getting from this? Is there a reason? Unknown Shores. Final Death. We have some really good black removal. Ooh, the first Iroan Games is a very good card. Wow, we got another foil? Alright. We're 3 for 3 on foils. Garbage. The first Theros block was Polychronos is your bae, but Polychronos is in this set too. Right? So, I mean, like, if that's the case, shouldn't you be excited about this one as well? Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to put my rares over here so that we have them separate so we can see what kind of rares we've got at the end. This card is, like, very underwhelming, FYI. This is Warden of the Chained. So it's a 4/4 for 3, which is very good, but it can't attack unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. It's very underwhelming, because if they do anything to your other 4-drops, this just sits there and does nothing. Heliod's Punishment, and Arasta, the Endless Web. Okay. Okay. 4 for 4 on foils. Did we get another foil there? No, we didn't get another foil. You pulled a foil Gallia? Nice. Gallia's sweet. I love her. Her third ability is what makes her amazing, in my opinion. We have a Myers Grass too. Our black is very good looking. Our green is mediocre. We have some good green rares, but our green, other than the rares, is pretty mediocre looking. Temple is never what you want to see in a sealed pool. Like the temples are great, right? And just so that we're clear, everyone, right? If you're on the fence about buying your temples right now for standard, buy them because they're like $1 a piece right now, and they will go up when the shock lands rotate out of standard because they'll be the only fixing lands. I mean, like, they'll print more, of course, in the next set and such, probably. But, like, we have a second Myers Grasp. Okay. Oh, man, we got a Citizen Champion. Okay, well, we definitely have to be... Oh, nice. How about that? Foily Mountain in this pack. We went 4 for 6 on foils? Yeah, we sure did. 4 for 6 on foils. All right. If I pull a foil full art land, you would give up your grab bag rares for it? What did you miss, Dakota? You missed us opening up a bundle of Fate Reforged for Jordan, MTG Hermit. And now we're opening up a pre-release kit of Theros to see what we should build. Oh. Oh. No one would ever suspect the second Phoenix of Ash. Huh. Yeah, they're not for everyone, Surge Hunter. And I mean, like, that's the same argument that a lot of people put forward, right? I feel like we can't not play green with the green rares we have. How many green enchantments do we have? We're not going to play any of these, really, probably. How many green enchantments do we have? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. We have 5 green enchantments. How many black enchantments do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 11 enchantments, which is good for Citizen Champion. Oh, we have 8, 9. Oh, jeez. Okay. We have 13 enchantments if you include our 2 rares. So yeah, green-black is definitely where we're going with this. These 2 Phoenix of Ashes are nice, and our red is not terrible by the looks of things. This doesn't seem particularly amazing. Gains X, where X is the number of lore counters on this. Fights. This seems like eh. Like, this seems mediocre. This card is very good in limited. The Dream Shaper Shaman is also not terrible. So at the beginning of your end step, you may pay 3. If you do, sack a non-land permanent. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land permanent card. Put that card on the battlefield. So it just lets you like go and like get cards out of your deck onto the battlefield for free. Now, it can burn you, or it can be really good. It depends, right? But if all of your things are like big beefy boys, like another one of these, or like things that have like enter the battlefield effects, like Omen of the Forge is very good. Escape velocity is like mediocre. This guy's mediocre. This guy's mediocre. This card is very good. This card is fine. This guy's fine. Like, yeah, our red is like okay. Like, our red is definitely playable. Like, because I mean, like, the Oriad is fine. The Maze Warden is fine. Portent of Betrayal I wouldn't play. Escape velocity is fine if you need the enchantments, which I mean you can. The Phloemic Cyclops is like not amazing. Nyxborn Brute is fine, like especially if you put the escape velocity on it. Aspect of the Manticore, I feel like this card is just not very good. I think this card is just not very good in limited. Yeah, it's a flash enchantment that can give your guy first strike, and so it can be like a trick to murder something for 3 mana, but like for 3 mana, I want to give my creature more than +2/+0 in first strike. And yeah, I get it, this stays on them, so they stay big, but the first strike only lasts until end of turn. So you're paying 3 mana to give your creature +2/+0 permanently, which is not very good, right, to begin with. And then you only get first strike on the turn it comes in. Yeah, it can be a trick to get something. I don't think it's good enough. I have to play with the, what is it? The ichthyomorphosis? Ichthyomorphosis. Ichthyomorphosis. This one. Turning things into fish. I mean, it's not a bad card. It's just... Isn't there a blue card that, like, turns something into an enchantment? I feel like there is, and I don't think I've ever seen it. It's like an enchantment that, like, enchants a permanent and turns it into an enchantment. Isn't that a blue card? You've been fished! The flavor text is pretty great. Tish, this military career was a flop. Terrible. Terrible. And I think our white is pretty lackluster as well, right? Like, I mean, this card is not good. I don't like that card. This card is bonkers. This card is very good. Envoy is fine. It's just a 1/2 flyer for 2 that reduces your auras by 1. So, I mean, it's okay. Heliod's Punishment. I don't think I like this card very much. I've seen it played a few times. I guess it's okay removal in the right... Like, even in the right deck, it's not great. I think this is mediocre removal. It's removal that essentially is a few turns, right? Because it's like can't attack or block, right? Well, it's there and it loses all its abilities, but it has tap and it can remove a counter. So in 5 turns, it's basically back online, right? So yeah, it slows them down, but if you can't close the game out in 5 turns, it does nothing for you, right? Other than delay the inevitable. Blessing is very good. Glory Bearers is good. Whenever another creature you control attacks, it gets plus... Yeah, this seems good. Phalanx Tactics is a fine trick. Omen of the Sun is probably one of the better omens in the set. Pilgrim is fine, as long as you have the auras, and right now we don't have any auras in white, other than Heliod's. Okay, so Dreadful Apathy is very good. Leonin of the Lost Pride is fine. Daxos is good. Flicker of Fate is okay. Another Leonin, yeah. So our white is, like, mediocre. And we don't have any white rares, so, like, I mean, we definitely don't need to worry about white rares. I think our plan is definitely black-green here. So let's just take a quick peek. Let's take a quick peek at black-green. Sword is not terrible. Leer is like a bomb. Leer is essentially a removal spell. We have an Unknown Shores. That one Pegasus that generates more Pegasus is... Yeah, that card is busted in limited Surge Hunter. Like, absolutely busted. This deck is looking actually quite good. Just from a curve perspective here. And we haven't even, like, looked at, like, removing things out of this deck yet. Relentless Pursuit. This card seems interesting. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a creature card and or land card from them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. If you have a whole bunch of escape things, this card is very good. It's also not bad just in general, because it does draw you 4 cards, right? Like, you look at the top 4... and then put 2 into your hand, hopefully, right? Return to Nature is definitely a 2 of. I would run 2 of these in a deck any day. And then the Nexus Warden is just very good. I don't think I would run this unless I needed another 2-drop, which I don't think we do. I don't think we need another 2-drop to play this. So our green is actually, like, quite playable. All of the green cards in our green pile were pretty playable. Woe Strider is definitely in. Lampad is definitely in. So Timorat might be not in, just because it's hard to play as a 2-drop, and our Devotion to Black might not be high, but we'll see. Aspect of the Lamprey is very good. Mire's Grasp, also very good. So is Omen of the Dead. We will definitely play 2. Agonizing Remorse is, like, okay. So it's reveal their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, or a card from their graveyard, exile that card, you lose 1 life. Farika's Liberation. Target opponent sacks a creature, target opponent sacrifices an enchantment. This card seems mediocre. Blight Breath, Cato, Catoblepas? 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 I don't know how you pronounce that word, but there it is. Catoblepas. Who knows? Fruit of Tizarus. Nope. Temple Thief. It's okay if you need it. We don't need it, I don't think. Final Death for sure. Discordant Piper, yes. Drag to the Underworld, yes. Funeral Rites, good removals, good draw spell. So, the question is I think if you were to choose between Funeral Rites and Relentless Pursuit, you run the Relentless Pursuit, because Funeral Rites is a good draw spell in black, but it draws you 2 cards, you lose 2 life, and then you put 2 cards from your library into your graveyard. Whereas Relentless Pursuit, which is the same cost and same speed, sorcery instead of Funeral, says reveal the top 4, put 2 into your hand, basically, a land and a creature, right? And the other 2 into your graveyard. Now this lets you draw your spells and stuff, but this lets you put like literally 2 things into your hand out of 4 cards. So I think this is the better draw mechanic. So what's our devotion to black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Timoret is not amazing. It looks like we're mostly green with black for just like good removal, which is like not a bad thing to be in, to be honest. What's this at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, so that's like a 25 card deck right there. You just have to cut like 1 card and then add your lands. This is actually a really nice deck, I think. This deck looks strong. It doesn't have a lot of escape mechanics, but it has a lot of removal, and it has a decent number of creatures, and it has a decent amount of draw mechanics. Do lands count for devotion? No, they do not. JJ Addict. Lands are considered colorless permanents, so they don't count toward devotion. Yeah, and then we have a bunch of we have a lot of okay cards to bring in the sideboard game. Like these Agonizing Remorses are actually really good if we come up against someone who's just like a lot of control, right? Because you can just exile things out of their hands so that they can't cast them, right? Or like we have 2 Farika's Liberations if we come against someone who's just super all in on 1 creature, right? Like they're just like Farika's Liberation is really good if you go up against one of those guys that's like, I have this 1/2/2 and I just suit it up with like all these enchantments, and you're like, well, sack it. And they go, oh, I think this is pretty good actually. I like where this deck ended up. This seems really strong actually. I feel like you could definitely go 2-1 if not better with this deck. You have a lot of ways to get in for damage. You don't have anything with trample, unfortunately, I guess, which is a big thing. But you have also a lot of ways to get through your deck to find your bombs and stuff. And you have multiple ways to deal with gods and things. So that's not terrible. I guess you don't have multiple ways to deal with gods. You only have 1 way to deal with gods, and that's Final Death. But that's not terrible. I mean, we have tons of removal. I feel like if you're gonna take anything out of this deck, you probably take out 1 of the Mire's Grasps or 1 of the Return to Natures, and that's it. That's probably all you take out, because right now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 removal spells. Right? You could take out the Bronze Sword, I guess, just because it has the lowest impact on this current board state. This is a really strong deck. How are you winning with this deck? In my opinion, you're winning with this deck with basically just outmaneuvering your opponent. So you have answers for everything they do, so that you just start chipping in with 1 or 2 creatures. Because Arasta makes tokens. Woe Strider lets you scry and get other things. It also has an escape mechanic, and so does Voracious Typhon. You also just have some big boys that can just murder things. And then you have also the first Iroan games, right? Put 3 counters on a creature you control. Seems good. Aspect of the Lamprey gives you lifelink. Makes them discard. Like, and then Citizen Training gives trample, right? Yeah. So, like, we have ways to get damage in on big dudes. And we have a lot of early game stuff to get us to the big dudes near the end. Citizen Champion's going to draw us a bunch of cards, get us our answers so that we have basically every answer we need to deal with anything that they play. Yeah. Like, we're in good shape. We're in good shape to win this game with this deck. Right? Because also all of our creatures... Yeah, each of our other creatures enters with a 1/1 counter because of Renata. Yeah, we are in decent shape here. Yeah, we have Nexus Warden for our reach. And Arasta for reach as well. Yeah, so like we have good control against flyers. The only thing we have problems with is big dudes like these guys and the 5/3 tramplers. That's the issue we're going to run into, is like a 5/3 trampler deck. Right, but we didn't open any. And even if we were to switch colors to something else, I don't think we have a way to get around those 5/3 tramplers anyway. Other than just removing them. Which is what this deck is all about. Because like in blue we have 3 flyers in blue and that's it. Right? And in white we definitely have we have 2 flyers. So like we don't have evasion really as an answer to anything. Hopefully you get a lot of spiders. I don't think we need a lot of spiders per se. You'd be surprised. Like, so sealed is pretty slow. You can get there with a single 6/7 if your opponents never have an answer for it. Especially if we get a 6/7 and then put like Citizen's Training on it, right? We also have the Entrancing Leer, which is like just permanent control. Like it just lets us, you know, tap down 2 things and then get in with our creatures to murder them, right? So, and then Hydra's Growth gets really big, right? So like, we have ways to basically make big derps and then get in with them and gain a ton of life. Now, we may end up milling ourselves, and our games might be slow, but I think that we would actually be pretty fast, to be honest. Right? And we have, like, for instance, the Skola Grove Dancer to, like, mill ourselves so that we have cards for escape if we need it. Right? So, like, we do have ways to put things into the graveyard. We also have the Omen of the Dead to bring back something that dies if it gets murdered, like our big dude. Right? So, like... We have a lot of ways to like do things, to recur stuff and get stuff back. This deck is well suited to win some games for sure. So there you go. That's pretty sweet. We opened some pretty good rares in this set. The Citizen Champion is very good. What's our other rare here? This one first, and then the Woe Strider. Woe Strider. I mean, 3 on-color rares in a kit is pretty strong. 3 on-color rares in a kit is pretty strong. That Foil Mountain, though. There it is. Tony wants a Foil Mountain instead of his entire grab bag, I heard. That's what I heard. You all heard that, right? Tony wants just the Foil Mountain as his entire grab bag for this month. Next month. That's what I heard. That's what everyone else heard too, right? So how's everybody doing? How's your Monday going? How are you enjoying Theros if you're playing any of it? If you're not playing any of it, why aren't you playing any of it? Is there something about the set that you're just not enjoying? Something you don't look forward to? I know a lot of you like to play other formats other than Standard and things like that. And I myself don't play Standard, really. So I don't blame you. Who's that? Who knows? Just some random person. I like that they put this advertisement though. I like that they put this. You have 2 plains, 2 swamp, and you have no red, green, or blue. Not being at work is nice. That's fair. And you're collecting the foil goats as well. Good old goats. Who doesn't like goats? If I do that, you'll get spoilers. If I do that, you'll get spoilers. Spoilers? Oh my gosh, spoilers. Okay. What do we need to do here? What do we need to open up? We got lots of those. We only have one of these here? We only have one of those? We might only have one of those. That would not be ideal then, would it? No, it would not. Lots of those. We got some of these and that and those things. What's everyone thinking? Oh, I've got that. I forgot about that. That's a biggie. What do we got? What we got in here? What we got in here? Don't think that's what we're looking for. Don't think that's what we're looking for. What should we do? What should we do here? Got lots of stuff kicking around. Oh yeah, I got all those. Right. Oh yeah, I have all those too. My goodness. My goodness. What's in here? Oh. Look, I'm finding product. I'm finding product, everybody. Stuff that I forgot was here. Oh yeah, right. Still have a half case of that in there. My goodness. So much stuff. So much stuff. So little time. Dragon Dino thing. Well, that's what I was looking into, but I don't know if I have enough of that to open some. Because I only have one Ixalan bundle left, and I don't want to open it. And I only have 2 Rivals of Ixalan bundles open there left. I don't know if I want to open those either. And I don't have single packs of it kicking around anywhere, unfortunately. I thought I had a box here somewhere. I have this box that's just like full. It's got some Dominaria packs in it. It's a whole box of Guilds of Ravnica. M17? No. No. I refuse. I refuse to open that box. I have it. I refuse to open it. The M17 box is set aside. It's already earmarked for Series 3. And if I open it now, I won't be able to do a Series 3. Lord knows I can't buy another box of M17. The price that it is now. So expensive. I do indeed have that friggin' 5th Dawn box still. But I told Salmon I would never open it. Ever. It's just sitting on my shelf. It's gonna sit there forever. It's gonna sit there forever until one day I sell it to someone or open my store and then open it and sell it or something. I don't know. And yes, that is a plan eventually to own my own brick and mortar store. It won't be only Magic, but it will be stuff. Look, we'll open some Guilds packs. What do we got? Remember this card? I remember this card. This card was bonkers in Limited. Artful Takedown. This card was very good. Devious Cover-Up was another good one in Limited. Man, I missed this Limited format. This Limited format was great. There were so many options. Troll Harpooner. Justice Strike sees play still. Enhanced Surveillance. Legion War Boss. That's pretty good. Oh, we got a Vraska token. Look at that. A Vraska token. We'll only open a few of these. How about that? We won't open this whole thing. We'll just open a few. Undercity Necrolisk. Demir Spybug. Circuitous Root. And Venerated Loxodon. Another card that still sees play. My goodness. Oh look, I accidentally found a Dominaria pack. Man, Relic Runner. Vicious Offering. Short Sword. In Bolas's Clutches. It's a good uncommon. Gaia's Blessing. Hey, Banalish Marshall. Another really good rare. We've opened 3 very good rares. It's funny. You want me to go until I find a mythic? Until I find one mythic? Alright. We'll go until we hit a mythic. Okay. Sacred Foundry. Shocklands. Who doesn't like Shocklands? I am shocked. Pioneer is seeing a lot of play. Like, a lot of people are picking it up. Which is good. I mean, Pioneer seems like a healthy format, to be honest, right now. Crackling Drake, and now's the time to get in. Because if Modern is literally any indication of what can happen to a format like that when it starts, you want to get in at the ground floor because, you know, 3-4 years from now, the cards from the first few sets are going to be worth ridiculous sums of money because you can't get them anymore. Boom! We hit a mythic. And not only is it a mythic, but it's a Planeswalker! Alright. Oh, with a foil rare! What is this? Just icing on the cake for the last pack. We did it. Sadly, you need Thoughtseizes? Yeah. Yeah, that's not great. Thoughtseizes are a thing. An expensive thing. Where are we here? This one? No. This one? This one. Alright. Well, that was pretty good. I mean, for opening 5 random packs of Guilds of Ravnica and Dominaria, we hit a Planeswalker, Ral Zarek. We hit a Sacred Foundry. We hit Legion War Boss, Venerated Loxodon, Banalish Marshall, and a foil Erratic Cyclops. The foil rare is not amazing. I think the other cards more than make up for it. Out of 5 random packs, I would say that's pretty good. Do I have a playset of Thoughtseizes? Probably. I probably have more than a playset of Thoughtseizes. We're gonna look right now. It's what I have. It's what I have with me right at this moment in my lap. I'm just trying to make room for it. Steve should have opened these long ago. Listen, Bob. You never know. You never know what you're gonna find. Zip, zip, zoobity. Zip, zop, zoobity, bop. Alright. That's white. We want black. Okay, what do we got? We got Bloodghast, we got Bloodchief Ascension, Collective Brutality, Demonic Tutors, Dark Confidants, Damnations. You want Thought Seizes. Let's see. They'll be over here. Here you go. Four from Theros. Two from Iconic Masters. Yeah, I have 10. I have 10 copies of Thoughtseize. This should all be up on the store too, right? So I mean, like, feel free to use your coupon and buy them from there. They should all be up on the shop. Everything in this binder should be on the store. And if it's not, and you're like, hey, I saw this in your binder and it's not up on the shop, please message me if you're interested in it. Because they should all be there. There's a few things that won't be there. Like this Lion's Eye Diamond is not there. But there's actually 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds. And the reason they're not on the shop is because I don't actually want to sell them. Because they're actually my personal ones that I opened when I was a small child. And I want to keep them because, you know, they just kind of have like a they have a place in my heart that is, you know, near and dear to me. Aside from their dollar value. Revised Soul Ring down here, where my finger is. Swords, ballistas, Wormcoil Engine. Bunch of Wormcoil Engines there. Oh, take that, camera. Eat it. Camera done got smacked by a binder. There you have it, everybody. I don't know what else. Do you guys want to talk about? What do you want? Do you want me to do anything else? Did anyone get that code from Arena from earlier? If not, I can put it back on screen. I don't know. Do you guys want to see more openings? What do you want to do? What do you want me to do? I can open more products. We can build a deck. All the Ballista players are going to be hurting when you drop Solemnity. Nice. Do it. You're in need of Sword of Sinew and Steel. That's from Modern Horizons, right? I don't know if I have an extra one of those. Kicking around. I didn't open nearly as much Modern Horizons as I imagined I would. Do I have any more pre-release kits? Depends. Which set are you talking about? You got the code? Okay, Tony. Good. Good. Depends on which set you're talking about. I have one more Theros pre-release kit. Only one. I have one more, but I can probably get more from Mo if I need more. And then I have a bunch of Throne. I have a couple of Core 2020. Oh, you just want me to open one and see what I build? Okay. Sure. Well, let's build, I feel like Core 2020 is probably pretty boring to build. So let's build a Throne one. Right? Did you guys, what do you prefer? You guys tell me. What do you prefer? Do you want me to see build a Throne pre-release kit or a Core 2020 pre-release kit? Or another Theros? We could do another Theros. I have that option as well. Jonathan. You missed a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, 1 vote for Throne, 1 vote for Theros. We opened up a Fate Reforged bundle for Jordan, MTG Hermit. Then we opened up a pre-release kit of Theros and had a sweet green-black build. Then we opened up 5 random packs out of a booster box I had laying around with a bunch of random packs in it. We opened up 4 packs of Guilds of Ravnica and 1 pack of Dominaria, and this is what we hit out of that. Seems like a pretty good 5 packs to me. 1 Ral, 1 Sacred Foundry, Foil Erratic Cyclops, Banalish Marshal, Venerated Loxodon, and Legion Warboss. Some pretty good rares for 5 packs. For 5 random packs. So 2 votes for Theros, 1 vote for Throne. Nobody else cares. All right. See, people, I know you're out there, and I know you're watching. Or if you're watching this after the fact, if you had caught the live stream, maybe you would have been here for, you know, a giveaway if it happens. See, that's the thing, right? Is people don't understand that I just do I do random shit. I'm all about that random shit. So, like, I'll just randomly do a giveaway to the 7 people who are here watching. It's a sweet white die from Theros. Alright, who's ready for a code? But I gotta work. I know. It doesn't work out for everyone. I know. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not your fault. It's work's fault. So I don't blame you. I blame them. I blame your employer. Okay? That's what I do. Here's the code. Good for 6 packs of Theros Beyond Death. If only I had Arena. Well, I mean, it's free. You just need a computer that can run it, I guess. That's the main thing, I guess, right? Okay. If everyone's already got one, no worries. If you haven't redeemed it, or if you redeem it, just let me know. If you redeem it after the fact in the comments, please leave a comment and let me know that you redeemed it. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's go. Do you want to see the promo card? Because I think, like, I totally saw it, and I think I know what it is, and it's a bomb. It's a bomb. Ooh. We got a Pantheon altar and an Entracing Layer in 1 pack. That's pretty good. Caliphie in the Constellation. Shiona. Ugh. Storm's Wraith is like... I find it mediocre. Garbage. Garbage. That's the issue? Yeah, I know. Storm's Wraith, I don't like it as a card in this format. There are too many creatures and too many ways to make things have bigger or more toughness than 4. So the 4 damage at sorcery speed doesn't end up being a board wipe unless you're specifically playing against an aggro deck. We got another altar. Okay. Okay, a nice removal spell in the drag. Citizen Petitioner. Stinging Lionfish. Alright, Klothys God of Destiny is a bomb as well in Limited. My goodness. Alright, that might push us hard into green-red. We'll have to see. The thing with the gods in this set is that they really only become bombs if you're playing enough of that color to get the essentially the creature online. Final Flare, this card, like, a lot of people are saying, like, I don't like this. I actually don't mind this card. It's instant speed, 3 mana, but it does 5 damage. And yeah, you have to sack a creature or an enchantment, but that's not necessarily that hard to do in this format. And 5 damage kills a lot of things in this format. We have 2 Gift of Strengths. Our green is not looking super strong. Our red is also not looking particularly amazing. We have some very good removal in black. Mystic Repeal, this card is very good in green. It's a very good removal spell. Hateful Eidolon. This card, I love this card in Limited. This card is really, really good because the number of things that you can sacrifice in this format is pretty high, actually. Like, there's Woe Strider that sacks creatures. There's another black creature that sacks things that give you card draw. There's also all the Ordeals or whatever, like the enchantments that flash in and then give you a bonus, right? You sack those to scry. This is really good. Okay, we got Arasta again. Okay, all right. I mean, Arasta's good. And it's 2 green, which means your devotion to green-red is that much higher with that on the table, which is nice. Our white. Look at our white. Our white, again, is just like garbage. Okay, there's a Nyxborn Colossus. That's a nice big beater. Ah, here, the Omens, right? Like, these are really good with that Blood Aspirant. This card is so, like, just bad. This card is just bad. Unless you're specifically going in a go-wide scenario. Scophos Maid Warden, Destiny Spinner, Rise to Glory, and a Bronze Hide Lion. Okay. Why did I put my land over here? Who knows? Shouldn't we have 3 lands? Shouldn't we have... We should have 4 lands, right? Because this is our 5th pack. Right? So we should have... There, okay, there is another land there. Okay. Our white is super bad. We're definitely not playing white. Even if we open a white bomb, we're not playing white. There's no way. Like, look at our white cards. We have 6. We have 6 white cards other than 1 rare and a Rise to Glory. That's just not happening. Idyllic Tutor, like that card is just completely useless. Hey, I actually don't have this token yet. That Nightmare token. Sweet. All right. It's basically Lightning Axe. Yeah, exactly. And I know you said that a while ago, but yes, it's basically just Lightning Axe. White's just bad in general. I actually like white in this set. It's very strong, but you have to have the right cards. We have a lot of Omens of the Sea. Got Thassa's Oracle. Alright. Black. And a go. We got no foils out of this. But, are you guys ready to see what our stamped promo is? How about an Uro? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Uro is pretty good. Definitely a bomb. This white is garbage. I'm not even gonna look at it. Not even gonna look at that. Dude, what? Yeah, Uro. Uro promo stamped. Alright, foil. Foil Uro with the stamp. I'll take it. I'll take it. Holy crap, I need one of those eventually. Yeah. So, the question we have to ask ourselves here is, do we try to ham fist like red-green and then splash Uro with the blue? Or do we go green-blue, splashing red for Clothis? So we have to weigh whether the red or the blue is better. That's basically what this has to be. Foil with the curl. It's actually got no curl on it. Surprisingly, it is very straight. There is no curl to this whatsoever. Yet. 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 Yet is the key word. So, like, white is not happening. So, like, this lion is just out. You're out, lion. Get out. You're out, Idyllic Tutor. Get out. I think Thassa's Oracle is too cute in Limited. You can definitely win. I've seen people win with it in Limited. How many of these do we have? These friggin' owls. How many did we get? We got 3 of these owls. They are just not great. They're 1/3 flyers. I'm going to put them up here. Rise to Glory is out because it's a card that we're not going to be playing. I don't think we're playing this Bronze Sword. Okay, so we have 2 Unknown Shores, 3 Unknown Shores. Holy moly. Okay, our amount of fixing is actually quite good because we have 2 Altar of Pantheons, which are really good with Klothys because they increase our devotion, right? Your devotion to each color and each combination of colors is increased by 1, yeah. So our devotion to green, red with one of these in play is increased by 1, right? So it helps Klothys turn on, as well as just makes the mana. So, I mean, like, there's that as well, right? And Entrancing Leer is very good. So, should go red-green. Well, I mean, like, so the question is going to be, is our red better than our blue, right? That's basically what we have to weigh now. Now, the problem is our black actually looked pretty strong. Like, this is very playable. This card is, like, mediocre. This card is mediocre. This card is mediocre. This is good. Mediocre, mediocre, mediocre. Good. Very good. Good. Very good. Mediocre. Good. So our black's, like, not super strong. Our black is okay. We have playable black, but I feel like it's not where we want to be. So let's look at our green. This is playable. This is playable. This is playable. This is playable. This is very playable. This is very playable. Inspiring Awe is not great. Gift of Strength is fine as a one-off, probably. Citizen Petitioner seems fine. Nylea's Huntmaster seems fine. A second Relentless Pursuit is probably not what we want to do. Our green is actually, like, not great. Our green is actually, like, not great. You pulled the 3-headed dog last night, box topper foil. It was amazing. Nice. Out of one of the Primo packs. Sweet. Yes, because everything is better than blue. Well, I mean, Jonathan, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I am not a blue mage by any means. Our green is, like, pretty lackluster. Our green is actually pretty lackluster. So, our green is not terrible, but it's not amazing. So let's see what our red is. This guy seems fine. This is fine. This is fine. 2 Infuriates is actually okay. I'm okay with 2 of those. The Maze Warden is okay. It's not super amazing. Satyr's Cunning is garbage. Thrill of Possibilities is good. This guy is very good. The Blood Aspirant. Pholonic Cyclops is not great. Final Flare is good. Omen is good. Thrill, we don't want a second one, I don't think. A second Omen? Yes. Yeah, our red is very strong, actually. Our red is quite strong. Okay. And I mean, Hero of the Games is fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. What's our blue look like? We have Omen, Sleep, One with the Stars, Omen, Nylead, Omen. Wow, we have a lot of control in blue. Holy moly. We have a lot of control in blue. Like a ton. Man, that's tough. That is very tough. I don't know what's stronger. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Matt. Our blue is quite a bit stronger than our green. Like, green is okay, but it's not amazing, right? Green is okay, but it's not amazing. The only problem we have is that without playing green, Klothys is never going to be a creature, right? Beginning of your pre-among game, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land card, add a land. Otherwise, gain 2 life and deal 2 damage to each opponent. And it's just a 4/5. Well, we might not ever need him to be a creature, to be honest. And what is this? As long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7. Yeah. So you need 7. Okay. Like, with green, we can get to 7 devotion easily for green-red, right? Because we have Arasta as well. Like, Arasta comes in like this, right? And then you have Citizen, which is good. Destiny Spinner, which is good. Maybe you don't play the... Oh, no, the Nessian Wanderer is just decent. And then you have, like, the Nyxborn Colossus on the top end, right? And the Citizen Petitioner for another 2 green, right? And then, like, maybe you just don't play any of these. I don't know. But, like... I don't know. I think the red-blue is just stronger, to be honest. I think the red-blue is just stronger because it has way more control. Let's see. Actually, that's kind of tough, actually, because, like, the blue has a lot of control in it, but it doesn't have creatures. It only has 3 creatures. And I mean, like, yeah, we could play these other 2 creatures, but it's not great. Blues, it's tough, because if we had another, like, if we have one of the 3-4 flyers in blue, I might be more inclined to go blue. The Triton Wave Rider is going to get there a lot of times because we have so many enchantments, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 9. We have 9 enchantments just here, plus 1, 2, 3, right? And then the God as well, which we're gonna play. Like we're playing Klothys. We're not playing Klothys, regardless of he's only a 3-drop. Jeez, okay. And we are playing Uro, right? Like, we're playing these 2 cards. Regardless, we just have to figure out what we play around it. Yeah, I'm playing both. I'm not gonna not play both. That's why, like, because, like, put it this way, if the splash is green and we're in blue-red, we can play both of these with a splash of green, right? If we're playing red-green, a splash of blue for this is fine, right? And it might actually be like red-green instead of blue, and then splash the blue for just some of our control. Do you know what I mean? Like, that might be the better way of going about it, right? So, like, take the Sting Fish out. Come here. Don't make me damage you. Right? As long as it's not your turn. Yeah, we don't want that because we don't care. That guy comes out. Right? So then, like, Stern Dismissal comes out. Sleep of the Dead can stay in. The Omens of the Sea can come out. And then just these control... Like, so then you just play these control in blue, right? And you play this, and this, and this, and that. Yeah, that's fine. The Omens you might bring in 1 or 2 of them. We'll see. Let's see what we've got. Yeah. Correct. That's what I'm thinking, Matt. Yeah. Because I think our green creatures are stronger. And not necessarily because they're stronger than the blue ones, but they just have a little bit more oomph to them. Like, the back end of them is a bit higher, right? Which is nice. Right? So what does this give us? It's like, this is a lot of 2-drops. We actually probably want to cut some of these 2-drops. This stays in, right? Wanderer can... Yeah, Wanderer is really good, actually, for us, because it fixes our mana. Oracle is good. Maybe we cut 1 Oracle? I don't know. Maybe you cut 1 Oracle. Oracle seems really good in this format. Oh, Repeal has to go in. Right, okay. It's very good removal in green. We also have to fit these in as well. Jeez. Alright, because these are, even though they don't take land slots, they do take card slots. So you have to be careful there as well. It's possible that this Shaman is out, just because he's a 5/4 for 6 that we don't really care about his ability because we're not going to get other permanents. Or like we don't have anything really like big bomby things that we want to get with him. And we don't want to pull out like one of our like rinky dink things. Although I guess every permanent in our deck does something when it enters or is a bomb, right? Except for like, you know, like our Blood Aspirant, our Oracle Wanderer. Like our 2-drops are the only thing we would not want to see. But like these are control. Right, and it's a may pay, so like we can pay it situationally. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe the sleep comes out just because it's too hard to cast on the 1-drop. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Okay. So this is close. This is close. I mean, you might just cut one of the Infuriates, right? Or maybe you cut the Hero of the Games just because you don't have enough things to attach to it. You know what I mean? Like, the Hero of the Games is just a 3-drop that we don't necessarily need to draw, right? Because it's just a 3/2 that says when you target it, it gives all your other creatures +1/+0, but it doesn't do anything in our deck because the only thing we want to target this with is one Infuriate if we cut one instead, right? Like, if we cut one of the Infuriates instead of that, we only have one to target it with. Because we don't have any enchantments that target it to make it better. Like, we do have the Citizen's Training, which is good, right? But I feel like what we have here is better. This seems really interesting. I like this deck. I want to play this deck. The last deck we built, like, it was good, but I didn't want to... Like, I mean, I would have played it. It would have won games. But I wasn't, like, excited to play it. This deck seems like it would be fun to play. Because every game would be different. And you'd be like, oh, what am I going to do this time? What's the line to get where I need to be? This seems like a really cool deck. Huh. Yeah? The only thing I'm not sure of here would be, like, you might cut the Blood Aspirant for the Incendiary Oracle. Just because the Blood Aspirant, the only stuff we're going to be sacking to it is, like, the 2 Omen of the Forge. Although I guess it gives you a sack outlet for sacking things that they enchant that then are now stuck and you can't get rid of them. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. That's tough. I mean, that's. I think that's a thing where it's like you play a couple games and you would get to see whether the Blood Aspirant is better or not than having a second Incendiary Oracle. Like, the Incendiary Oracle is very good just because it has fire breathing, and it has the ability of, like, if it kills things, it exiles them. Or if things that it dealt damage to die, they exile instead. So, like, I've done tricks in previous games where, like, you know, like, I block with this on, like, you know, an X4 or whatever, and then I flash in the Omen of the Forge to kill it, and it gets exiled instead, right? Now remember, if you give anything away, I was here. Ah, yes, Jonathan, yes. Are you going back to work now? Is that your plan? It's time for work? I think this deck would have been fun to play. The only thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to open the Euro out of this pack until I'm ready to use it for something. This deck would have been fun to play. I haven't played Teamer in a sealed pool before, except in, like, cons. We had so much fixing, though. Like, look at this. 3 Unknown Shores and 2 Altar of the Pantheon. If we're gonna splash a third color in any deck, it's this one. Right? We might even want to, like, reassess the black and see if we want to splash our removal spells in black. right? Because we have the final death, which is just like a solid removal instant, right? Like I mean, if you're only splashing the final death, it's probably worth it, right? And then like the white is not worried. Like I don't think we're worried about splashing any of this. I mean, like maybe you splash the bronze hide lion just because you can, I guess, but like I don't think it's worth it. Hey, pause. Oh, pause has been here the whole time. It would have been fun. It would have been a fun deck to play for sure. This would have been a fun build, and I think like at the store when you only have 50 minutes, you'd be like, oh god, what do I do with this build? What do I do? I don't know, right? A lot of people also don't like this final flare, and I don't know. I like it. I think it's a good card. We hit some really good rares out of this pack too. Like I mean, Clothis is decent. Fastest Oracle's worth a couple bucks. Idyllic Tutor's worth a couple bucks. And I mean, foil Euro. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that, right? The fact that we didn't hit any foils is kind of like weird, I guess. Since seeing as in the previous pre-release kit we hit 4 foils out of 6 packs. And you know, Jonathan, you'll notice that when we splashed blue, I didn't splash any of the counter spells because that's the kind of person I am. I want people to be able to play their spells. Yeah. This was a really good pre-release kit, yeah. I agree. How could I forget? How could I forget? I don't need that in there at the moment. Alright, are you guys ready to see how this works? Look how many foils were pulled out of your bundle? Yeah, fair. Wait, how many foils did we pull out of your bundle? I don't remember. I don't remember. That was only, what, like two days ago that we did that? And I already don't remember. God, my brain. There's too much stuff going on, man. You only got 3 foils out of your bundle. That's really low. That's really low for a bundle. Shatter the Sky. There's packs everywhere. I need my sleeves. Ma, get the sleeves. What do we need? Blue? Three foils and only 1 mythic. Blech. Blech. Blech, I say blech. We're on to red now. Storm's Wrath. Green. Arasta. Arasta of the Endless Web. Okay, bronze. Bronze Hide Lion. Dude. Guy. Bro. There he is. Clothis. Clothis gets a green sleeve? Alright. What's foil stamped Euro going for these days? Should I look it up? Not that it really matters, but what's it going for? I'm curious. $36? My goodness. That's crazy. That's a crazy hit. Look, my 2 promo cards. Both green-blue. Woo! And this here. This is what Tony was talking about. Two white, 4 blue, 2 black, 1 red, 3 green. All foil. These are the foil ones. Constellation Perforos is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good. What do we got here? Woe Strider. Phoenix. Where's Woe Strider at? Woe Strider gets a red sleeve? So for those of you who don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm just essentially sorting these cards while we talk. And by we talk, I mean I get distracted and you guys talk in chat. And I try to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Phoenix of Ash. And I put the cards in sleeves based on their dollar value. So, cards that are under $1 don't get a sleeve. Cards that are over, that are between $1 and $5 get a red sleeve. Cards that are between 5 and 10 get a green sleeve. And then cards that are 10 or more get a blue sleeve. Community bonding time. So, how's everybody doing? How was your day? There's meatloaf in the fridge. Boom. Especially with the Erebos Chuck Wagon MTG pulled you. Oh man, Chuck Wagon pulled you an Erebos constellation? Nice. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. There's the sweet dye. That sweet, sweet dye. I really gotta figure out what I'm doing. What I'm doing, or what I'm not doing, to be honest with you. I gotta figure out what it is I'm not doing right with my channel. I feel like it hasn't been growing for the last year now. And the views have been steadily going down on all my videos. Like, I mean, my average back in the summer was 250 views for the week. Now it's like 100. So, like, I've lost more than half my viewership. And I don't know what I'm doing. No idea. No idea what I've done or not done to offend people. And, well, I appreciate you all being here. I do. But one of those things about this type of stuff is that, you know, you gotta, if you're not growing, you're doing something that's probably stagnant, right? And so you gotta try and, like, change things up. And I mean, it gets disheartening when you see other channels basically doing similar things to what you're doing, and they're growing, like, you know, way faster than you. And, you know, it's hard. It's hard. I just don't know, right? I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, whether I'm just not promoting my product properly, or whether there's something I need to be doing that I'm not doing. I just don't know. I just don't know. And I mean, like, people put out things like, you know, the command guys put out their tips of, like, you know, what you should be doing as a content creator. I haven't even watched the video. So I'm at fault as well, right? For not doing that kind of stuff. You need a gimmick. It's absolutely right, MTG Hermit. You do need a gimmick. I appreciate it, Pause. I really do. I appreciate all of you, to be honest. All my viewers and my patrons, like, people who can pay and people who can't. I appreciate all of you equally. It's just, you know, it's one of those things, right? Like, I've been doing it for a long time, and, you know, the burnout is real. And the wallet fatigue is real, and I don't know. I see a lot of other like content creators and stuff too doing like, collaborations with each other and stuff. And I don't know what goes into that kind of stuff. And seeing a lot of other people that I know doing collaborations with other people that I also know, right? And then I'm like, do I reach out and ask if I can be a part of said collaborations? But I've done that a couple times now and I kind of get the cold shoulder, right? And so I just don't know if it's like because my channel is just an opening channel, they don't view me as another content creator of MTG stuff. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing. No, you know what? I'm not going to though, MTG Hermit, to be honest. Yeah, Matt, I agree. Like I think I don't know. And this is like so. I asked this question to if any of you are on Twitter and follow a bunch of MTG content creators and stuff on Twitter. There's Medina MTG, who's like he's a pretty prominent member of like the community of like MTG finance and buying and selling. And I asked him on Twitter one time because he was like uh, if you have any questions and things like ask, right, feel free to reach out and let me know if he's basically doing like an ask me anything about like content creation and how to get off the ground and stuff. And so I asked him the question. I said like, how do you promote yourself, right, without seeming like you're cloying for attention, right? Basically is the question I was getting at, because I was like, I don't promote myself like at all anywhere outside of YouTube itself, because I always feel like it's just me being like, hey, you need to watch my stuff because if you don't, I don't get any revenue. And but that's not it at all, right? I just want more people to enjoy it, right? Um, if anybody hurts the beavers, I'm coming for you. Yeah, yeah. Persistence is key. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like his. I think his response to me was like, "Oh, you should never feel bad about promoting yourself, right? Like just put your stuff out there." Because I think what he asked me to like clarify. He was like, "Well, what do you mean promoting yourself? Like, do you mean like in a financial way or like just like?" And I was like, "No, I just want to like." I feel like when I post things on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever about like, "Hey, I posted a new video," after like 4 or 5 times doing it, the people who are following me on Twitter are going to be like, "Ugh, this is getting annoying. All he's doing is posting his video links," right? And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So I don't do it, right? I don't post my own links to Twitter and Reddit and things like that because I don't want to bother people, right? I guess that's really what it comes down to. I just don't want to bother people with like, hey, come watch my content. I need your views, right? Because I don't necessarily need their views. I just want them. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a need. It's like I'd like you to come and watch my content if you would like it. I don't know if you would like it or not, but you won't know unless you check it out, right? And I also have no idea how to get more people to like actually subscribe, because like my viewership of like my videos is like I think like 70% subscribers, which means 30% of my views are coming from people who aren't subbed, and I don't know how to get them to sub, right? It's that darn Canadian attitude coming out, yeah. And that's the thing, Raphael. Like it's probably what I should be doing. I just don't. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't want to bother people. That's what it comes down to, right? I just don't want to like seem cloying or needy, right? Like it's those are the things that I just want to avoid, right? And I don't know why I want to avoid them. I just do. That is also a thing, Matt, for sure, right? Like people are very into the arena and stuff, and the online versions of things now more than paper. I also saw like, man, I think what's another thing that's got me bummed is that like somebody who I followed and respected in the MTG community, like tweeted something out the other day that like hit me really hard. In the oh, right, I didn't realize that, that sucks, right? And they didn't post it about me specifically, but their post was basically about like how like basically all these pack cracking channels are ruining anything that has to do with opening a pack for any kind of video that you ever do. And I was like, that sucks. Like, that is not a thing that you want to hear from someone who you like basically looked up to, or like not necessarily looked up to, but like respected for their opinion of things, right? Like, it just sucks. You know what I mean? And I mean, I know, like, I'm not. Another example is like, Marshall, right? Sutcliffe always says you should never crack packs unless it's for draft, right? Like, ever. But that's like his hard stance. Like, that's his gimmick, right? Is that he's like, I never crack packs, right? And he's still friends and buddies with lots of people who crack packs for no value, right? But that's just his, like, that's his hard line in the sand. Like, no, I don't do it, right? And he's like, anyone who does it, I can't believe, right? But like, that's his sort of like his gimmicky thing, right? This was somebody else who was like adamant, like, you know, pack opening channels are the reason that this thing that I used to do no longer does well, and I have to change the way it works because otherwise it doesn't get any traction. And I'm like, the only MTG you watch is me and Rudy, polar opposites. That is that is very accurate, bro Conky. Rudy and I are very, very opposite of how we our demeanor, I guess. Yeah, personality wise, yeah, I know what you mean. I love opening stuff, right? No, it's not that, Bob. It's not the like the disliking something and still like people. It's not that. It's that basically like blaming channels like mine or pack opening channels for the downfall of the success of some content that you yourself, like another content creator, was making sucks. It sucks hearing that because they're basically putting the blame on you. And like, it's like, okay, well, okay, so maybe that's the case, right? And it sucks. Sure, it sucks if your content is now taking a hit because no one wants to watch it, because if they want to watch pack cracking, they'll go watch someone who's just opening their packs, right? And again, there's so many of us out here now, right? So there's lots of people to watch opening packs. So now when you do a video where you're cracking a pack, you get nobody watching because they don't care, right? Because you're only opening one pack or two packs and just discussing it or whatever, right? But like, I don't know, change your content then, right? Which is what the person did. But it just sucks that they put that like, rather than being like, hey, I noticed this trend that people weren't watching this, so I changed up the format and now it's working better, right? That's all you have to say, right? You don't have to go, because of these other people that ruined this. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, it just sucks. It puts that weight on other people's shoulders. And for me, I'm a very empathetic person. I soak that shit up. I soak that shit up so hard, you guys don't even know. So everything like gets to me. Like I shrug a lot of stuff off like nothing, but underneath, that shit gets to me hard. That's good, Matt. I mean, and that's what you should do, right? I mean, hey, Ghost Unit, how's it going? What is this? You're tapping into a huge market of new people focusing. You just see me crack packs so you can temper your cravings. I cracked a whole bunch of stuff, Raphael, before you got here. So much stuff. We cracked a ton of stuff. Like, yeah, jeez. Put it this way. How long ago did I announce that I had something to open Uh, to become your patron, I need a separate email? No? You shouldn't. Ghost Unit, you shouldn't need... What? You shouldn't need a separate email. You should be able to sign up with whatever your email is, your personal email account. If you have a personal email account. You're watching them tomorrow. There's a lot. We cracked a lot of stuff tonight, and we cracked some pretty good stuff too. Like we cracked 5 random packs out of a box of like Guilds of Ravnica mixed with Dominaria, and we opened up like 5 bomb rares, 1 mythic, a shockland, and then 3 bomb rares and a foil rare out of 5 packs. Just 5 random packs off the top of this box. You can't use one email for more. What? If you have a. So you already have a Patreon account? If you already have a Patreon account, you can just become a patron with that account. Like, for instance, I have a creator profile on Patreon, but I use my creator profile and I support a bunch of other creators as well, right? So like I actually support them through Patreon with the same account that I already have set up for my own Patreon, where I accept people being patrons, right? So if you already have a Patreon account, you should be able to just pledge from that account if you wanted to. If you don't want to, if you want to have a separate, if you want to have multiple Patreon accounts, then yes, you'd need to set up, I guess you'd need to set up another email, I guess. I don't know how Patreon does that. That's something outside of my my well of knowledge of Patreon, because I've never tried to set up a second account. Well, you should be able to. Like, I mean, I support multiple creators on Patreon. Um, and I mean, a number of my patrons support other patrons as well. All right, Jonathan, have yourself a great night. Watching Rudy open boosters and crack packs stop you from cracking your sealed products? Sweet, Raphael. That's awesome. I'm glad we can help you save your money, because that's definitely what it's about, right? It's one of the things, right? This one of the benefits of this type of this type of stuff is that it helps people keep their products kicking around, right? So, um, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It just, sometimes it weighs on me, right? I mean, I'm sorry. I was venting, everyone. I don't normally do this kind of stuff on channel, but like, bleh, I had to bleh, bleh, bleh. I had to get it all out of me. All right, who's ready to crack something for no value? And by that I mean there's literally nothing else you can do with it except crack it open. But we're gonna crack it open because I've been holding it for so long, and everyone's gonna be like, "What did you ever do with that?" And I'll be like, "I opened it in this random video way the f back in January of 2020." And you guys missed it. If you didn't see it, you got to go watch it. And yeah, it's a 2-hour long video, but guess what? We're doing it. We're doing it. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Okay, so Jimmy Wong posted a thing on Twitter where he was like, if you have ideas and stuff and are looking for help with it, getting it off the ground and stuff, ping me, right? And he started a thread. So I pinged him on it, and he was like, keep the ideas and stuff coming. I want to hear it all. And so I pinged him, and I never heard anything back from him. And I was kind of like, bummed me out a bit. But like with the podcast, I have to rework it. I have to rework it because it's just not going to work out the way I wanted it to with the schedules with the people that I have here in town. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I want to get it off the ground. I don't know what's going to happen. I appreciate that, Bro Conky. I really do. The common and uncommon slot is just not worth it. I agree, Raphael. That's the real issue. That's cool, Pause. I didn't know that. Is there a certain day of the month I do grab bags? So, generally speaking, Ghost Unit, I do the grab bags once a month at the beginning of the month, and ship them out to people as soon as I can. So I try to do it as close to the beginning of the month as I can, but sometimes Patreon takes a while to get everyone charged and stuff. So generally speaking, like it'll be within the first week of the month, unless there's some sort of delay, and then I let everybody know. Like I'll post on Patreon saying like, "Hey, the grab bags are delayed," or you'll get access to the Discord by being part of the Patreon as well, and then I let people know in there as well. Do a one-man show. So I'm actually it's funny. So I've been talking with my partner about doing a podcast that's not necessarily magic related. Um because I'm so out of the loop when it comes to uh like news events and things, because my entire day is like get up, go to work for 9 to 10 hours, come home, record a video for YouTube, or like edit videos for YouTube, or open and organize product, or like stream on Twitch, right? So like I'm so disconnected from like everything that's happening around the world, or even in our own like town or municipality. I just have no knowledge of anything that's going on because I don't read the news, I don't watch the news. I'm like on Twitter, but my Twitter is basically all just magic stuff. So I missed like literally almost every world event. So we're thinking about starting a podcast where it's just called Charlotte tells Steve stuff. And so she's just gonna basically tell me about all these news things that have happened over the past week, and I react to them basically because I've never heard them, so I don't know. And she'll be like, "Have you heard this?" And I'll be like, "No, what's this about?" And then she tells me, and then I go, "The fuck is wrong with people?" But that's basically what it would be. That's essentially the gist of it. So yeah, so we're toying with that idea, and it would be a lot easier for us to do just because we're both here in the house, and so we could record it every Sunday, for an hour, and then I could edit it, right? Um, that way the scheduling works a lot better and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so all right, now hear me out, okay? When the news broke about him, about Kobe Bryant, um, it hit the world hard, right? Now, for me, I'm not a basketball fan. I don't follow sports. I don't follow sports at all, and it's not because I'm not a fan of sports. I like sports well enough. I just don't follow it because it's just not who I am. I'm not one of those people that can get like super into sports. Blah blah blah. Right? Under the Rock podcast. Yeah, something like that, Matt. Something like that. She is quite humorous, yes, and she doesn't take shit from anybody. So the podcast would definitely not be a child-friendly podcast. It would be quite adult because there would be a very copious amount of swearing in it, I would imagine. Um. Anyway, the Kobe Bryant thing is like, so I told Charla about it because it was like all over Twitter, like the moment it happened. And a lot of the MTG people out there that I follow were like, no, this can't be. It can't be true. Blah, blah, blah. Like, TMZ's the only one reporting it. Blah, blah, blah. And so, like, I told her. And she's like, that can't, is it real? Have they confirmed it? So she started looking up things and we started talking about it. And then she's like, I don't know how to feel about it, right? Because, like, she's like, I feel bad for, like, I feel bad about the loss of life, right? And the loss of a role model for a lot of people. And like, his daughter was on there as well. And she was like, I feel bad about that as well, right? But at the same time, she was like, but I can't help but remember the allegations against him, right? And how they kind of got thrown out of court, but not really, because the defendant just kind of dropped it because she didn't want to testify. And then and then she took him up again in a different court system, and then they settled out of court, but he never really admitted to being blamed for it, but he did apologize to her, and like, so she's kind of like super on the fence about it, right? You know what I mean? Like she's super on the fence. She's super on the fence about the whole Kobe Bryant thing because she feels sad about it, but at the same time she's like, I don't know how to feel about him because he could be, essentially like someone who did rape somebody and got away with it, right? And that's not cool, right? That's not cool at all, regardless of who you are. So, that's her, that's just, that's how that goes. So, that one's a touchy subject for her. You were watching a Marvel Contest of Champions streamer live, and the chat started saying RIP. He looked it up and said, that sucks, and then just went back to the game. Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly it. When looked up, people do bad things. So, who wants to take a bet on what this is? Uncommon, rare, or mythic? Bob says it's a green card. Let's move on to a lighter subject. Let's talk about magic cards. How about that? That sounds like more what this channel's all about, right? Yeah. I didn't mean to turn MTG Hermit's bundle opening stream into, like, feels with Mr. B. Lava Claw Reach Around. Man, if it was Lava Claw Reach Around, that would suck for me. Because I already have one. There'd be two of them. That would suck. Gaddock Teague. Okay. People are saying uncommon. Uncommon green. Okay. Someone's saying Eternal Witness. Yeah, Matt. Okay. Do you like the style video, though? Well, that's good. I mean, like, I'm glad that you guys appreciate my live streams as much as you appreciate my other videos as well. Because, like, I ramble a lot in my pack opening videos, but it's not nearly the same because there's no interaction with chat. And I really love interacting with chat. Like, the whole reason I started streaming on Twitch 3 years ago is because I like interacting with chat. My Twitch streams don't get enough traffic for me to interact with chat that often. Mythic Snappy, but reanimate for real. Okay. All right. Okay. Ready? I'm not going to show you what it is, but I'll tell you this. It is a mythic. It is a mythic. Like a true and honest to God mythic from the set. So now who wants to guess? Become a patron to become a mod. That's what I should do, right? Just stream on YouTube all the time. Get big on YouTube. Make all of my patrons into mods. That sounds like a great plan. Ulamog, Vengevine, Koz. Okay. Everyone got their guesses in? Everyone got their guesses in? Okay, so one of you is right. One of you is right. So it's not You know, anything that has more than one vote is not the right answer. Oh, everything only has one vote. It's Big Daddy Karn! Big Daddy Karn. Look at that bad boy right there. It's a spicy meatball. Don't know what that's going for these days. But holy moly. It's a good stuff. I like me a Karn. What's Karn going for these days? Show me Karn. $122? $122 dues. My goodness. That is a spicy box topper. My goodness. My goodness. We gotta get a perfect fit for this. He's tacoing though. He's tacoing, but that's not really surprising, is he? Good old taco. Good old Taco Tuesdays. It's Monday, Mr. B. Good old Taco Mondays. Are you gonna... No, you're not gonna... Why is that, Huh, weird. This perfect fit is, having a rough time. There we go. There, look at that. Boom. Got there. Taco Tondays. That's sweet. I'll take that. Am I gonna watch the Super Bowl? No. I just finished talking about how I'm not into sports. We just had this conversation. We just had this conversation. What do you guys think? Taco Tondays with Mr. B. There you go, stream named. You've been sharing me with your messenger MTG group chat? Sweet. So shiny I can't read it. Yeah. Theros Beyond Death Premium Promo Pack. The gold lettering of Theros Beyond Death on a gold pack. I don't know whose design choice that was, but it wasn't ideal. All I'm saying is it wasn't ideal. This would have been much cooler. This would have been much cooler if this was like a nice, like, if they had done like a galaxy pack. Do you know what I mean? Like black with like star spots on it. It's someone who's not there anymore. I don't know. There you go. Did they actually? Did they actually, Matt? That would be really, really hilarious if that's the case. Seafoam green? Do you mean this thing? Like this? This weird... Like, the dye is absolutely gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. This is a gorgeous dye. It just doesn't fit the aesthetic of Theros, in my opinion. Alright, I'm opening this. This is another thing that I'm not a big fan of. These premium packs having a code in them that is the same as the codes that come out of the non-premium packs are pretty terrible. What does this even give me? I'm going to look and see what it gives me. What does it give you? Yeah, a single booster pack? A single booster pack of Theros from a premium pack? Like, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm going to add these cards probably to the patron pile. Just as an FYI. This pack was again gifted to me by my LGS. So I'm going to make sure the cards go out to my patrons. Ooh, we got a foil stamped Dungeon Geists from M20. Nice. 2 booster packs would put them overboard. Welcome, Ghost. Yes, thank you. What's our next card? Is this like a... Oh, that's really cool looking. Holy moly. Thirst for Meaning. This card's actually seeing play in Standard right now. In the blue-white enchantment deck. This card is really cool looking in foil. That's really nice. And what's the last? Is this like... What do we get here? Is this like a... Ooh! Foil stamped Temple of Enlightenment. Alright, cool. That's pretty nice. It's pretty snazzy. Snice? It's pretty snice, is what I said. Did you hear it? It's a cross between snazzy and nice. Snice. It's nice. Chef kiss. I am a wordsmith. You all know it. I am the greatest wordsmith. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this, like so. Boom. Still hoping to get that Cabal Coffers from the patron pile? Yes, nice. That Karn crashed your lap. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Alright, so these I sleeved up in red because they're going to go into the patron pile. Sweet stuff. Super stoked about that. I'm ready. All right. You're a patron now. I gotta look. Where did we come in, Ghost? My phone's on. Oh, there you are. Okay, so Ghost, what this means is because... So what it does is it's going to charge you now, immediately. So I technically owe you a grab bag for this month. So you've actually signed up at a really good time. Because you get a grab bag for January, which then means when you get the grab bag for February, you'll also get a patron pull, a pile pull. Because the first month you sign up, you don't get a pull from the patron pile. Because the idea is that the patron pile is only for people who are reoccurring patrons. So you're going to get charged now, but you're also going to get charged again at the beginning of February. Okay, so just so that you're aware, okay? So you've been charged 10 already. You're going to get charged another 10 at the beginning of February. Okay, so just so you're aware, just so that you're not crazy, like, you know, what happened? Why did I get double charged? It's not double charged. I owe you 2 grab bags. Okay, so you are getting 2 things for the money you've paid. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining. If you don't want that, feel free to go and cancel, and I can refund you the money if you're not interested in that. Okay? But I do appreciate you joining. I really do. What else should we do? What time is it anyway? 9:30? All right. I'm looking forward to it. What I should do is do it right now. Okay, since you're here, Ghost, what color do you prefer? What's your preferred land color? There's a foil mountain in my random pile of basic lands. How did that happen? Look at this. What kind of horrible person am I, putting foil lands into a basic land pile? You prefer black? Alright. Find you a swamp. A nice Kaladesh swamp. How about that? Now, do you want your YouTube name on this card? Or do you want your Patreon name? Because, like, it doesn't matter to me. So whichever you prefer. I just have to make record of it in my spreadsheet. Yeah, of course, Matt. I have lots of things. I don't have any Theros pre-release kits. I have Throne of Eldraine pre-release kits. I have Core 2020 pre-release kits. I have bundles of everything. I have Theros bundles. I have Ravnica Allegiance. I have Guilds of Ravnica. I have Ixalan. I have Rivals of Ixalan. I have Dragon's Maze. I have Core 2020. I have Dominaria. I have War of the Spark. I have Core 2019. I have Amonkhet. So I have bundles of everything that you can pay to open. And I can ship you the cards. So I'm just going to put Chris M on the card. Is that okay with you? All right, makes sense. I hope that's okay with you, because that is what the name is that I see there. I'm just not saying your last name because, you know, I don't want to give that out to the public. To the public and what have you. Absolutely you can. It's 45 Canadian. That just covers the tax. That's all it does. Because they're about 40 bucks Canadian, so you can just transfer me the money the same way you did before, Matt. So just to the PayPal, 45 Canadian. Okay, you end up over here in this pile, like so. Boom. There you go. You're now in there. All right. And then what do you want out of the bundle, Matt? Because if you want the die, we're going to have to talk about shipping. Because the die is very big, and it won't go in the regular mail, like everything else. Where's that Legends bundle? Legends Fat Pack. The oldest Fat Pack I've ever opened was, I want to say, Kamigawa. I think Kamigawa was the oldest Fat Pack I ever opened. Or no, it could have been... Was Kamigawa before Mirrodin Block? I think it was, right? I can never remember. There's so many sets. Well, I have the cheat sheet. So it was this, and then yeah. So the earliest Fat Pack I opened was 8th edition. Then I guess because they had Fat Packs in 8th edition, right? That one came with boxes though, and then they did away with it, didn't they? Yeah, I know. No, I know, bro, Conky. But I think like I would love to do a thing where I open one Fat Pack from every Fat Pack. Okay, yeah, it's here, Matt. All right, we're good. Okay, do you have a preference? Pick a number between 1 and 5, and I'll pull one out of the box because I have 5. Or I can roll a die for you. It's up to you. Or I can just pull one out. 2? Which way am I counting here? From this side? Because it's 1, 2. So 1, 2. Okay. Count from the side that is closest to me. Lucky number 2. Alright. I would love to do a series where I open up one of every Fat Pack ever printed. I would love to do that series. Like that. So, as much as most people hate that guy these days, just so we're clear, you know, that guy that nobody really likes anymore, or that, you know, I don't know, just that guy. I can name him. You know, we all know Mr. Hambley, right? The Hambone, as they call him. His series of Fat Packs through history was basically like what got me into, like, you know, opening product, right? He got me into opening product, like just for the fun of it. And, you know. Yeah, me too, Tony. Me too. I watched that series all the time because I was like, man, this is really cool, like going through the fat packs and like seeing the old cards. And he actually talked about the history of the cards and stuff. That was really cool. And then he started just being like absolutely absurd. And I was like, no. See, Connor knows what I'm... See, this is my thing. Is like, it's like everyone's like, I hate that guy. And I'm like, you're right. You should hate him for the way he acts now, right? But at the same time, he made a really good series, right? It got a lot of people into MTG, right? And I'm not saying he should get credit for that, but at the same time, like, you know, you can't ignore that it existed, right? It existed. All right, so Matt, you're looking for just uncommons, rares, and mythics, just like the previous kit, right? You don't need the commons. You'll tell me if you do, right? Cling to Dust, Skophos Maze Warden, Hero of the Winds, and Ashiok's Erasure. Ew, and you want the lands too, which is that's no problem. I mean, no, I'm gonna keep your lands this time. Take that, Matt. Haha. Gary and lands, okay. No, my lands. He stole my land. I'm also going to give you this, right? Because this is the foil. It's the foil promo with the foil lands in it. I'll keep it sealed and I'll give you that. But I'm assuming you don't... Do you care about this land pack? Do you care about this random basic land pack that's not foil or anything? Tell me about that. Keepsakes of Better Days. Yeah, that's accurate. Whirlwind Denial. It's a good one. Yeah. I think a lot of people did, Giuseppe, to be honest. Acolyte of Affliction. Glothus' Design. Labyrinth of Skophos. There's the Labyrinth to go with your Minotaur, Skophos. All right. It was rough, right? I mean, it was rough for me because he actually gave me a big shout out and got me like 200 subs in like a day, right? But like at the same time, I was like, that's great and all, but like, you know, thank you, I guess. Dreamshaper Shaman, Thundering Chariot, Farah's Band Brawler, and Ephema, the Cacophony, with a swamp. All right. Give you... Sorry, there you go. Tony's trying to wheel and deal with you here. Matt. If you get a foil full art land, Tony will give you his grab bag for next month. Not his extra pull, but he'll give you his grab bag. Just for the land. Thronati Singer. Nessian Wanderer. Favored of Iroas. And Phoenix of Ash. But of course I assume that deal only matters if... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Giuseppe, yeah. Like, it's just... There's definitely a line, and he definitely crossed it on multiple occasions. And, but he just didn't give a shit about it, so, you know, whatever. Dreamstalker Manticore, Mire Triton, Phalanx Tactics, and Arasta, the Endless Web. Foil! Your first foil! Deny the Divine. You got a lot of Sultai going on here. Island, forest, swamps. Who says people don't change? Yeah, it's accurate. No one said you had to change for the better. Not looking good. I don't know. You listen. You picked two. One with the stars. And listen, there's still 5 packs. Plenty of time. Chainweb Arachnir. Eutropia, twice favored, and Allure the Unknown. Well, that's also again another. Well, you got lots of islands. Did you want islands? Do you play blue? I feel like we had this discussion and I don't remember. Stay positive. See? There, Pause knows what's up. Careless Celebrant. Elspeth's Nightmare. Heliod's Punishment, and... Ooh, how about an Elspeth? There's a mythic. Elspeth's really nice, too. I mean, like, she's definitely decent. I feel like people are underestimating what she's going to do outside of the limited format. And, you know, I think, like, her -2 is actually pretty decent in the right deck, especially since you can escape her and bring her back. You didn't get her at all? Sweet. Well, there you go. And another swamp. Man, what is... This is a weird land run. Not a single mountain, and not a single plains. Interesting. Yeah, her -1 ability is very good too. You're not a big fan of her outside of standard? I mean, yeah. But I mean, even, like, my point is, like, a lot of people were, like, saying, oh, she's only really a limited bomb. And it was like, well, no, she'll see play in standard. I mean, she's definitely decent enough to play in standard. Timuret, Glimpse of Freedom. Alicid, or Alcid of Life's Bounty. Timuret Calls the Dead. And a foil. Foil Perforos! Did you want a foil Perforos to go with your constellation Perforos? That was you that got that, wasn't it? Or no, was that Jonathan? Or was that Jonathan that got the Perforos? I can't remember. I've opened up so much product for you guys. I love it. It wasn't you. All right, well, there you go. Sweet. It's Jonathan. Yeah, okay. Elrios, Enraptured. Mystic Repeal. Hey, it's Gary! Gary! What did you say? You said... Hold on. I have to scroll back up and see what you said. Because you said all rares and Gary and lands. Oh, so you don't even want the uncommons? You just want the Garys? Oh! Croxa! 3 mythic bundle. Bam, 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 bam. Hit the air horns, everybody. Bam, 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 bam. Gary. Triple mythic bundle, one of them being foil. Lucky number 2. See? You were all like, no way. It's going downhill. It's not looking good. And I was like, there's still 5 packs. And then Paz was like, stay positive, yo. And he was not wrong. And we did it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can chip you the uncommons. Yeah. That's why I put them in a pile there. So I'll give you all the uncommons as well. It's generally what I do with the fat packs. When people buy them, I'll just ship you all the uncommons as well. Just because the uncommons are harder to come by. So Farika's Spawn, Underworld Fires, Reverent Hoplite, and... I changed my mind. I want this bundle. Storm Herald. You didn't get a single mountain. No foil land, though. No foil land for you, Tony, so you can't trade. But how about triple mythic bundle? Seems good. Seems good. F the mountains? Are you saying F the mountains as in you're paying respects for the mountains? Respect the mountains? Giants definitely have the highest chance to maintain their value. Fair. Yeah, the you're talking like the new Titans, basically. Yeah. And no, the vulgar F. The vulgar F! You know, that one that people aren't allowed to say in polite company. Alright. Yeah, how are you gonna cast that Perforos or that Croxa? In fact, you don't even have enough white to cast Elspeth. You only have 1. You're screwed, man. Screwed. Just screwed. You only got 2 foils out of your bundle, which seems really low to me. Seems really low. Because they don't have as many variants. You mean the Giants? Or the Titans, I guess, or whatever. Yeah. With the mana I've collected here in my homestead. Fair. I guess that's fair. Now I gotta figure out how to bundle this all up for you. Where can I put all of this? I have some bags here. My goodness. Foil Perforos. Alright. Yeah, that's a thing. Foil Perforos is a thing. Put the lands in with the uncommons. That might be too many cards. It sure is too many cards. I need to learn how to count. There should be 21 cards in this pack. And then this is another 10 here. 11, 12. So that puts you to, what, 33? Right? I'm going to sleeve up this Perforos because it's the most expensive card here. Do you want me to sleeve up the Elspeth as well? I can do that. Croxa, I don't think... Is Croxa... I guess Croxa is worth a couple bucks too, isn't it? Alright, we'll sleeve up all your mythics for you. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to fit it all in one envelope. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult, but I'll figure it out. Alright, so that's all your stuff. Boom. I don't need to put a name with it, I just need to put it with the other stuff you already got. Okay. Where is your stuff? Let's find out. You want to see my organization system? Here it is right here. So this one here, that's Tony's stuff. There's Bro Conky's stuff. There's Father Frodo's stuff. Here's Matt. There's Matt's stuff. Then there's Rick's and Paws and Eric and Brad and Jonathan. And then that's all Jonathan's stuff. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, sweet. Okay. Road trip, home delivery. I mean, maybe that's the thing that I'm going to have to do, yeah. That would be an insane road trip. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Eric. Hey, look, Eric's here. Hey, Eric, what's up? We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and we've only dropped 48 frames. So my internet's not misbehaving tonight, which is nice. I'd take you to a nice dinner. Yeah? Sweet. I would let you take me to a nice dinner. By that I mean I would pay for myself. I wouldn't make you pay for it, but I'd let you take me to your favorite dinner place. That goes there like that. Can't lose any of this stuff because it's all got to go out with patron stuff. What do we got here? This is just a pile of bulk. There, boom. Tokens. Okay. Garbage. Holy moly. I think we're done for the night, are we? My goodness. Are we done for the night, everybody? I think we might be done for the night. We opened up a lot of product. We had some good times. We had some sad times. We had some more good times, followed by a few more sad times. Followed by a bunch more good times. So, I mean, like, hopefully it balanced out. Hopefully it balanced out. I gotta get to bed because I gotta get up for work in the morning. There will be some more things to come. Should be a video tomorrow up, Tuesday. Don't forget, everybody, I would greatly appreciate it if you do use any form of social media, that when you get your grab bags from now on, if you wouldn't mind just putting a post up on social media telling me that you got it and tagging me. I would appreciate it. Because I would love to see you guys getting your cards and opening them up. And maybe it'll get some more eyes on it and all that kind of stuff too, which I would greatly appreciate. So anything like that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah. Make sure you go check out Paw's channel as well. Give him a follow, sub to him as well. He opens up a lot of product as well, and he's all about good vibes. So go check him out. He posts everything up in the Discord as well. So if you're new, like Ghost Unit, to the Patreon Discord, you can get the link from Patreon. The link should be there. If you need it or can't find it throughout all of the posts on Patreon, please let me know. Just send me a note on Patreon or whatever, or send an email to me at my email address, Nerdvana Store Canada or whatever. I can't even remember what the heck the name of the email is. Whatever, you know what I mean. It's on. It's in my About Me section on YouTube. All that kind of stuff. Shoot me an email there or whatever, and just say, hey, I can't find the link for the Discord. Let me know. I'll get it to you. The Discord is only for patrons right now. I've been thinking about opening up a general Discord for everyone on YouTube to come and hang out and talk about, limited and cracking packs and stuff like that, and then just leaving having the general chat be open to everybody, but then having all the other channels basically locked only to people in Patreon. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not sure yet. I want the community to be inviting to everyone and have everyone be able to be involved, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I think I like keeping it as a Patreon only thing, just so that it keeps out all the unneeded noise, basically. But I don't know. I'm really bad at moderating, forums and chat groups and things like that. So I'm really bad at this kind of thing. I'm also really bad at just being active in Discord and stuff. So if you ever are trying to get my attention in Discord, please make sure you @ me on Discord, and it will ping me so that I actually look at it. Or it may not ping me, but it will at least notify me on Discord so that when I'm at my computer or whatever, I can see it. So there's those things as well. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this lengthy stream. Thank you to everyone who purchased product and let me open it for them and are waiting for me to ship it out to them with their next patron stuff. Thank you to the new patrons and stuff. Ghost, thank you for joining. Welcome. And thank you, everyone, for just watching and being here and hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had a great night. And as always, may your pulls ever be Look, now you get to see me edit this. Ready? I gotta take some of the names out of this, but I gotta figure out who they are. They're not in order of anything, so I gotta go through the list and take out the people who are no longer patrons. There are a couple. They're not many, but there are a couple that need to be taken off. So I still have a bit of space to work with, but yes, I will have to make the names smaller if things continue, which is not a bad problem to have, I guess. Good night, everybody.